Hi friends, welcome back to Mark's Speed Shop. In this video, we'll work a little bit more on the Charger. If you watched last week's video, which I hope you did, if you didn't, go back and watch it. I want to take this to the cruise in at the end of this week, which will be the end of last week if you're watching this video. But anyway, I want to get this ready, to take to the cruise in. So, if I wait till it's ready, it's never going to be ready. That's another point I want to make to some of y'all too. Don't think your car has to be perfect for you to take it out, ride it, enjoy it, even take it to a cruise in. Some people mistake a cruise in for a car show, okay? It's not. It's a cruise in. But you just bring what you got and you come by and you look at the cars and you talk to your friends and just hang out. That's what a cruise in is. But anyway, if I wait till this is ready, I'll never take it. I've already been putting it off for about 3 years. I want to take it to town, take it to a cruise in, and I haven't because I'm like, well, I don't want to take it because the roof looks like this or blah blah blah. Forget that. I'm gonna take it if weather permitting and everything goes right. I'm gonna take it this weekend to the cruise in. It'll be our last main cruise in of the year, but I wanted to do a few more things too. I want to do a little more sanding, maybe smooth out a few of them body filler spots. I'm gonna put some air in the shocks now. That's why I got the trunk open. When the people I had before I did ran the airlines, they just ran them into the trunk, so I hadn't changed them yet. But we're gonna do a little bit more on this, try to get it ready for this weekend, and I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I've shown this before, but it's been a long time. Inside the old trunk still has the factory little trunk mat. These are the pieces that go on the outside of the windows here. See, it's got, well, this one's got this cover over it, but they go here, the little factory louvers. Pretty cool, but I want to get all the body work pretty much done first, so I'll put them back on. Just some stuff in here, some junk I got. And it looks like a mouse nest. But look at that. It's kind of rough. That's the factory jack instructions. The factory, grease pen marks on the car. That's the factory color. I mean, the car is not bad. It's a little rough. The worst thing about it was the roof. It's in the factory paint, but it's pretty much close to the factory color. You can see it there. It's a little bit different. What this is probably like a Mako aftermarket kind of paint job, which is close. The door jambs are still factory. See, it's still got all the factory markings on it. And over here, that's all the little instructions, all that kind of stuff. So, pretty good, pretty cool, A little rough, it's fine for me, it's what I like. But let's get to work. Let's put a little air in them shocks. Get to work on it. Might raise it up a little more than I want to ride it, but I can always let some air out of it. It's funny, but when you raise the back up a little bit, it tends to, it tried to raise the whole car or something. You know, I got the torsion bars up in the front because I want the front end up a little bit. It was real low. Well, you saw the header that I'm hacking on to fix my truck header. That was the header on here, and they had the front end so low that it was dragging. I don't like that. So I raised the torsion bars up. Now you jack it back in up a little bit. I'll show you in a little bit. I'll take it outside. It seems like it raises the whole car up, which I do like. So it seems like it's leaking down a little bit. I think it's just leaking right here at the thing. So let me get a little pressure in and see if it'll hold. Yeah, I don't think it's leaking. One of these shocks, I think it's the passenger side one, was leaking ever since I got the car. And I bought a brand new set of hijackers, which I like, the Gabriel hijackers. I bought a brand new set of those to put on here, and then I realized that somebody, now I'm not saying it was the fellow I got it from because he got it from somebody else and he didn't keep it long. He did some trading and then he traded with me. But somebody had put the air shock on. You know, bolted at the top on the frame, on the unibody, and bolted at the bottom on the suspension, right, on the rear end. Well, the air line goes in the top, if you're familiar with air shocks. And when you air it up, it separates to jack it up, okay? Well, somebody had taken the air line and wire tied it to the bottom of the air shock and then came up and went into the top. So if you put air in it, it's trying to pull the line out of the top. I mean, whew. Okay, so I cut that wire tie and it pretty much quit leaking. It'll still leak a little bit, but there ain't no telling how old these air shocks are. But I got a brand new set of Gabriel hijackers, new line kit and all. When, if I put them on, if these work, I'm gonna leave them on there for now. But when I put the other ones on, I'm gonna run the air line out the back somewhere, probably under the bumper, like I did on the Camaro. That's right under the bumper. You can't even see it until you bend down. You just take your cap off and do that. But anyway, I just left this the way it is for now, because y'all know me. Good enough is good enough. All right, now I got this all hooked up. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna air up the tires and all, try to get her ready, and then we're gonna back her out and do a little more sanding on that roof. Maybe I might spread a little body filler first. We'll see. All right, I done got dusty already. I don't like the sand in the paint booth, but I do sometimes. But I went in and took the flapper wheel and I went around the edge of the windshield and down the sides where the side glasses go. Tried to cut that edge a little bit, make it a little prettier, a little smoother. Now I'm gonna put a little body filler on it. But a few of these spots, and then we're going to take it outside and do a little more sanding after I put some more body filler on. Now let's go ahead and mix up a little bit of filler. I'm not doing a ton of it like I did before. What I did before, well, this was a brand new thing when I opened it last time. That's when I skimmed the top. And I don't know, 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it maybe. But most of that gets sanded off. Y'all saw last video. Ugh. So I'm just gonna mix up a little bit now. I'm not gonna put the fiberglass resin in this, because all I'm doing is going around and hitting some of them spots I didn't get so good. I'm gonna be mixing up several times. So I don't need a ton of it at one time. That'll be plenty for a start. All right, I got a little bit more spread on here. Not perfect, nowhere near finished, but I filled in a little bit of the low spots, a little bit of the gaps. Still looks rough, I know, but all this can be sanded off. You only keep it a little bit. What they say when they sculpt in art, you know, so you get rid of all the rock you don't need, and then you got what you got is your piece, your artist piece. Well, that's kind of the same thing with body fillers. Exactly the same thing, actually. Looks rough mud when you put it on, but once you sand most of it off, if y'all saw my last video, y'all saw how much was coming off and blowing off and all that. I still got a lot in the middle that I never got. A lot of these dark spots, they're not necessarily low. I just never got the sander over to them because my good sander broke, and then the other one didn't want to do right. And I still got to do a whole lot of across here, but I've had enough for now. I've got that side and this side, so I got a lot of sanding to do to try to smooth some of this out. So that's what we're going to do now. Crank this baby up again, back her outside. So we got dust all over it from where I just sanded. We just did a little bit of that around the edges. And really sand. I just cut it around the edge, around the windshield, and around the top of the door glass. And this part up here is the drip rail. I'm gonna still need more in here, but I'll get that pretty smoothed out. I'm just trying to get it presentable right now. I mean, all this will, you know, it's work, it'll do. All I'm trying to do now is get it a little bit more presentable so I can take it to town and not be totally embarrassed. As long as I got that battery hooked. Good. It's been about a week. Fired right up. I'm just gonna let that holly get too dry. Not too bad. I'll probably crank right up until I put air in the shop. That always works, right? All right. Let's take a quick look at it so far. It's getting there. It takes a lot of time. What I say is why they call it body work. It takes a long time. You see through it in spots, that's where it's sanded through. That's where it's leveling out. Also, I'll show you with the air in the shocks. She might be a little higher now. I'm gonna end up riding it, but I want to put a little air in the shocks. I just think this car looks better sitting up. I like the front end up too. Now, if you notice that the car looks like it's really tilting, right there where it comes out of the shop or goes into the shop, whatever it is, it's a low spot there. So that's why it sits so crooked. Let's look at this side. Yeah, there we go. You see how I mean about how it makes the front end look picked up too? Now it is leaning the other way just a little bit. But I like it. I like it. I like the front end up a little bit. Now when I was younger, I liked them down about scraping the ground. That was kind of the thing in the 80s, maybe even into the 90s. Now they put them on airbags and drop them all the way down. I don't like that. That's not me. I don't like that at all. Now I like them up. I like them a little more gasser looking, which that's what I'm into now. It's a whole lot of work. I knew it was going to be a whole lot. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's see. I don't have any flat pieces of 40 grit. I took a disc and stuck it on here on my jitterbug, and that's doing a pretty good job. That's cutting pretty good. A whole lot better than that little thing. It's just a little sander. I need my DA. I have to get that done. Yeah, I'll probably buy me another DA and another disc for that one. This quarter has had a little bit of work done to it. It's not in bad shape though. I mean, it don't look like it's full of mud. I think what they did, they came in, you can see the line where they cut it. I sprayed this dark green on it because when I got it, it was just gray primer, and I didn't like it, just from there up. So I just shot a little bit of this green rattle can. That's why it don't match at all. But I ain't decided what color I'm gonna paint it. I might do it in the green. I've got a whole gallon of Synergy green. It's a real bright, kind of a lime green. I'm thinking maybe. I've also thought maybe a dark purple. So I think purple and green go together. Could do the top part in a dark metallic jade green, real dark, and then do the car in almost a thistle, which is a real dark purple. And in the, like inside, or in the shade, it would almost look like the whole car is black. But then when the sun hits it, you'll be able to see the metallic, and you'll be able to see the jade green on the top and the dark purple. I don't know. I got to think about it. You make some comments. Let me know. Or should I go back with the factory color? This color's not bad when it's, you know, shiny and pretty, but I'm not restoring. I'm customizing. We ain't restoring around here. We's customizing. All right, let me get back to work. All right, I'll cut it down pretty good with the 40 grit. I need my DA. DA cuts a whole lot better. But making do with what I got right now, it's not bad. Now I've done enough of that. I ain't spending my life working on that either. I know I'm gonna have to do more filler and more sanding and probably a little more filler and more sanding. You gotta fine tune it. All right, so now I don't want to work on it all evening. I mean, it's already probably, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 6:30. I'm going to use some 80 grit on the jitterbug, and I'm just going to kind of go around the edges. Maybe like down the front, and then down the, like so far, down over the side windows and the back part. I ain't gonna worry about the center. I might feather edge across the back a little bit more. Just kind of touch it up. That's what I'm doing. Trying to just dress it up a little bit because I got to do a whole lot more work, a whole lot more sanding. But I got those areas, you know, pretty decent, pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead and 80 grit it, which will still cut and smooth it out. And then I'm gonna pull it back in and give it just a quick laying stuff over it. And I'm gonna give it a little rattle can, kind of a flat black, just like a primer. I'm not gonna try to coat it, make it real pretty. I'm just gonna kind of shoot it. So it'll, cause I mean, anybody looks at it this weekend, I want them to know. I ain't done, ain't my finished project. I'm just, bringing it to the cruise in while I'm working on it. That's what I'm doing. So let me get to that. My glasses up. I'm just doing a little Rust-Oleum. It is paint and primer, but it is a ultra matte, so it's kind of a flat. I just want to touch it up a little bit. Well, we still got a fog in here. Rattle can fog. I tell you what, from a distance, you're gonna look halfway decent. You still see all that body filler, but I tell you what, I got a lot more work to do, a whole lot of finishing work. But this is pretty good, getting her started. A whole lot better than when I started. Gosh, it was rough. It was rough, even down the sides there. I mean, it's still rough body filler in the middle. I ain't worried about that. I'll get that later. I'm going to do all of it. Anyway, this is still a little rough. It'll be camouflaged a little bit under that black primer stuff. But yeah, you can still see it. You're going to be able to see it. But that ain't the point. All right, let me go ahead and rip this paper off here. I'll tell you what, I'm tired after this day. Look presentable enough to drive to town. Yes, you can look all right. Presentable, especially if that just being kind of a black primer. See what I could do. I don't know if I will or not. I gotta throw a little, well, wash this. That'll help protect that a little bit too. Help protect that filler and all that. But what I might even do is take a little bit of fine sandpaper, just a little bit, like a 220 maybe. And when I wash it, give that a little quick scrubbing, and that'll knock a little bit of sheen off of it. So now the hood is a black epoxy primer. And that's what I'll eventually do with this. But like I say, I just want to get it kind of halfway presentable, just take it to town. I think it'll work, it'll be all right. See, shine will go out of it anyway. Just be like a black primer. Yeah, that'll work. It's getting there. Getting there. Goes every little bit, a little bit you do. When I first got this car, it had a duct tape on top on it, which they kept the water out. Oh man. She don't look half bad, wet. Even that top don't look so rough from, what, 20 feet, 25 feet away. First time she had a bath in probably, I don't know, a couple of years. I'm gonna clean up under the hood a little bit. I ain't worried about a whole lot. Might wipe down the mineral fenders a little bit. Definitely gonna do a little, just a little wiping on that air cleaner and valve covers. Let's get some of that dust off of that. Did a little 220 wash job on the black, on the top. I'm trying to get it, I want to knock that shine off of it. I don't want the sheen on that. That's like a, basically that's like a black primer, and the shinier it is, the more the bad body work it shows. Which, I mean, I ain't done. Y'all know I ain't done. I got a lot more to do. I'm just trying to get her a little bit presentable. Take her to the cruise in and just kind of enjoy. It's really right pretty color on that thing. I got the stuff coming for the panel bond to put the hood scoop on. And I'm gonna do something with the top. I've got that ordered too. Some of y'all might like that, some might not. It's gonna be interesting. But remember, this is not a restoration. It's just an old school hot rod, something for me to enjoy. So y'all see what's coming. Well, I was really excited about taking this to the cruise in today. It starts in about 5 minutes. It starts in 5 minutes, but the car won't start. It's driving me crazy. I've worked on the roof. It's rough, but it's halfway presentable. And yes, when it's a hole in the hood, which I've got the stuff coming, I'm gonna put the scoop on it. And I was very careful washing it, but of course the water run right off here and go right onto the distributor. All right, well, I took the cap off. It wouldn't crank. I took the cap off, sprayed water displacement number 40 in it, and put it back on. Still no fire, wouldn't crank. So I took it off again, sprayed it again, wiped it out, checked all the wires as good as I could, because I can't see them. And put it all back together. Nope, let me show you. Won't even hit a lick. And trust me, it's got plenty of gas. It's not flooded right now, but I can smell it. It's got some gas. It ought to at least go bubba. But it won't, so it won't crank. So something with the wiring, I'm gonna have to, I reckon it'll sit here until I can get Josh to come by with his little bleep thing and start touching wires, and we figure out what's wrong with it. It drives me crazy. And this is our last cruise in of the year. Because next month is not a cruise in, it's a town car show kind of thing and all that. But anyway, all this, which I mean, I'm trying to fix the car anyway, but I wanted to take it to the cruise in. Ain't gonna happen. Not this year, maybe next year. Maybe it'll be better by then. It'll be more fixed. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up this video. All of them on the roof of the Charger. I really wanted to take it to the cruise in, but now that I washed it, it won't crank. I showed y'all that. I think it's got something to do with the distributor. I got to figure that out. Aggravating me to death. Right now, the cruise in just started in town. It's probably, I think it's probably a few minutes after 4 as I'm finishing this up. And the cruise in starts from 4, it's like 4 to 6. Anyway, last one for this year for our club, and I ain't gonna make it. Another year, this ain't gonna make it. But hopefully, the silver lining to the cloud, even though it wouldn't make it this year, is hopefully next year, I'll be able to go to maybe an earlier one, and hopefully, I might even have it painted, or at least fully primed, and I'll have a hood scoop on it, and I'm gonna do something with that roof. So y'all stay tuned, subscribe, because I've already ordered the stuff to fix the roof. I think you might be surprised. Some of you might not like it. Some of you are going to say, wow, that's not too bad. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. I had to do all this work anyway, but I really wanted to do it to take, to take the car to the cruise in. I even told some of my friends, hey, I'm planning on bringing the Charger. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to disappoint anybody. I'm used to that by now. They should be used to it, I guess. But anyway, won't crank. I zoom, and pull with the distributor and everything. Won't crank. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I got a lot of work done. Still got a lot to do. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just hit that little button and you'll subscribe. It's free and you're really helping me out. So come back to see me, and I'll be here, good Lord willing, and I'll see you at the shop. And remember, every little bit you do will drive you crazy. No, I mean, we'll get you one step closer to finishing your project, or at least getting it halfway presentable, if it'll run. All right, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back to see me. I'll be doing something next week, I promise. Remember, subscribe. Thanks.